Yo, what's good? Bear with me. I'm gonna try and make this shit on TikTok because I know how to use the editor on this shit. Alright, so the first goal of the game here is actually a manual mistake on the goalkeeper. This would not go in. Someone else in goal. So look, the striker gets the ball, breaks it down past the defender. Right now, the auto position is telling him to stay here. So he's auto positioned. Now he's not. He moved off. The auto position would be like right around here normally. He moved off of the auto position. Right now he's on manual. He has a good angle right now, but the issue with being on manual when the striker's this close to the box is that if the striker changes direction, he's caught in no man's land. So look, the striker comes, takes a touch of the ball to change directions here, and now the goalie's suddenly out of position near post. If he was on manual, the manual would have him right here. But because he's so far off, the manual would have him right here. But because he's so far off of his line now, it just creates a near post angle. Whereas here, he can guard the near post angle with his positioning, and then all he has to do is flick far post, and he can cover the whole goal. But instead, because he goes out, he allows the striker a chance to open up the angle on the inside. Now, if he doesn't step out as far, if he manual, like a good keeper would actually, I would actually manual step forward around here, and I would cover the far post, and then I would just be flicking my stick near post so that I'm guarding the far post with my positioning, and my near post I'm guarding with my stick flick. But he doesn't do that here because he's so far out. He's caught out. So yeah, sorry, I forgot to show the actual fucking goal, but you can see how he manuals forward. So as the striker touches the ball, the goalie's still moving forward. You see that? And it gives him the inside shot. So he should auto position manual at the last second there. He fucked up. Now the second goal is actually also a goalkeeper mistake. First off, this cross shouldn't even be going in. If you're the goalie, when I'm the goalie and someone's making a run on either side, I'm not looking at the run, I'm looking at the middle of the field. Right here. Right here, I'm already stepping up and I'm putting a body in the middle of the box right here. But he keeps it playing. Right now, I would be around here, and I would manual position. This is manual positioning. I would put myself over here. Right now, he's actually auto positioning. He's auto positioning at the wrong time. So, it continues. I don't even think that cross should have gone, but it's fine. Right here, he comes out and then he stops because the auto positioning in the game wants him to run at it, but he stops. And look, you'll see his player run out, stop right there. So he auto stops himself. He does it way too early because now there's so much separation between him and the striker. The striker has two angles on the goal. Whereas if he used the auto position and closed out to about here and then started manualing, he would have closed out all lanes on the goal, and the striker would have at least had to take another touch to try and go around him. But because he's in this position, he has to choose a side of the goal. And as you can see, he actually chooses far post, and he manually positions himself far post. You see right there, right the second before the shot, you can see he manually positions himself far post to try and stop the far post shot. But because he's already put himself at such a disadvantaged position, there's really nothing he can do. So this third goal is also his mistake, the keeper mistake. So as you can see, the striker's going to get the ball in the box. A beautiful pass, by the way. The striker's going to get the ball in the box. He's auto-positioned right now. Auto-positioned. Right here, he manuals. Right there. The auto-position would have him here. But he's took one step to the left. Now, that is a fucking lot to do when the striker's this close in the box. If you're manual, your job, if you're automatic, automatic will always protect the near post, and you just got to flick far post. But because he's manual, he opens up both posts because he's took a step towards the middle, so now he actually has to make a harder choice. Now instead of it being a 50-50 choice, he has to make basically wrong, right, wrong. It goes from a 33% chance to a 50% chance just because of the way he positioned himself. And because he's not on automatic, because he chooses not to go on automatic there, and he guesses far post, it always opens up the near post. For example, if he was on automatic here and he chose to flick far post, there's a chance he actually would have saved the near post shot even if he got it wrong because of his positioning. But because he went manual, he forced himself in a position where he had to get it right, and he didn't. And you can see right before the shot, he takes a step out because he's guessing far post. Whereas if he was here and he did that same step, there's still a chance he could get the ball even if he guesses wrong. Same thing, another goalie mistake on the fourth goal. So as you can see, once again, not covering his near post. He keeps guessing far post. He keeps manualing himself far post. That's not going to work against good teams. Against good teams, you need to trust your center backs to get the far post, and you as the keeper need to get your near post. And the automatic positioning will almost always put you on your near post side. So look, once again, if he was manual, he would just be standing here with his arms out, ready to, with like, arms up, shuffling his legs, ready to defend the shot. But instead, he chooses to manual out. And because he chooses to manual out, the striker, and look, he doesn't even just manual himself out, he manuals himself out with the wrong position, and he guesses far post. He did two things wrong here. So all the striker does is hit a near post. In reality, if he was here and he guessed near post, he would have saved the shot, but he guessed wrong. Keeper mistake. And once again, because the striker took just that extra millisecond to kick the shot, the striker was already way past him by the time the keeper was in position. Look, the striker goes past him by the time the keeper's in position. That's just not how you play keeper. Look at this. The fifth, he looks stupid when you manual, because when you manual at the wrong times. Because here, look, they got the ball in the box. He's manualing right now. If he was auto positioned, he would be more here, and he would just shuffle 3 steps. But because he's so more far out manually, he has a lot longer of a lateral path to travel to cut off the same angles. So look, now if you're automatic, you're just shuffling side to side. He's running. He's holding RT right now to run. So he's manually trying to run to this side to cover the far post. The striker is not fucking stupid, so he's just going to hold on to the ball that extra second, let him blow by him, because no keeper should ever be back turned to one side running. If he was on automatic, he would be standing around here just facing the striker. Boom. The striker would go past this guy, and I would be here, and then this is where I would step up to try to cover the near post. If he scores far post, he fucking scores. But this dude's not even, he's looking away from the goal because he had to turn around now because he decided to run across instead of just letting the manual shift him from around here and here. So he put himself in a terrible position, and he looked stupid for it. Like, this is, in my opinion, this is the worst one, because you can see the entire fucking game, he's been getting destroyed near post. And the strikers are not fucking stupid. They know, we've been kicking a near post and it's been going in. We're going to kick it far post now, because that's where he's probably not going to guess anymore, because he's guessed there the last 2 times. The mind game, he lost the mind game. Very simple. And as you can see, he didn't even react to it because he's guessing near post. But look at his position. See, right now he's actually on manual. This is where I would be standing. The thing is, if I'm standing here on manual, I'm always flicking far post no matter what. Because if the striker shoots at near post, my positioning already gives me the near post advantage. So I don't have to worry about guessing wrong far post or near post. But this guy, he's at the near post and he flicks near post. So now instead of covering, because think if I'm standing here and I'm flicking far post, I'm covering 90% of the goal. If he's standing here and flicking near post, he's only covering 20 to 30% of the goal, maybe 40. But another keeper mistake, unfortunate. And this one is actually this is a bonus one at the Arsenal game. This is the one that actually inspired me to show this to you, because I was like, nah, this guy is. But point is, okay, he's actually on manual right now, and he makes a good save. He's got defenders in the near post, so he can feel comfortable flicking far post. That's perfectly good save, honestly, nothing wrong with that. The issue is, once again, once the strikers get into this range right here, he goes into manual, and he fucks himself over. And it happens again right here, where the striker now has the ball on the edge of the box. Look at this. If he was on automatic, he would be standing right here. He would be covering his near post, and if they were to do a sweaty, he would just have to flick, and he would actually catch this ball. And if they were to do a sweaty in an area he can't reach, the defense actually has you. This is not the defense's fault in this goal's case. I can tell you this right now. Because he's on manual, and the worst part is he comes out and he's flicking far post. If he came out like this and flicked near post, he would catch this. But he comes out and flicks far post. How can you go out and flick far post? Look at that. So he travels away from it. He's not it, man. Sorry.